All right, welcome to the Canary in the Cage podcast. I'm Ron Morgan, and this is my co-host,
Dave Havlicek.
We're here to entertain you, educate you, and hopefully make you laugh. Who knows? So, any Monero updates or any updates on that?
Well, okay, so we got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, I love that.
For the listeners.
Oh, okay.
The good news is we had a donation come in.
Okay.
For 0.02894 and a bunch of change. Because they base it on the dollar amount, so it was
a donation.
Yeah, we got a donation for about $5 roughly.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what's going on?
It wasn't from Putin, was it?
Well, that's not what it says.
Wait. We're not going to have the FBI raid our house, are we?
Well, for $5, I mean...
I don't know. They get busted like Tim Pool and a whole bunch of other guys.
It says it came in from Fiat Demise, who's actually... Fiat Demise.
That's a foreign company.
No.
It's Putin. That's Putin.
Oh my God.
Shit, run. Honey, hide the dogs. Let's go. Get the go bags.
No. So Fiat Demise is the guy who runs the donation site. So he sent us and the message that came along with it was happy to see you on XMR chat. Very cool idea to use these tips to fund your contests. So thank you, Fiat Demise. And
that sounds like Putin to me.
Well, so now let's get to the bad news.
Oh, what's that?
Nobody submitted any challenges this week.
Well, that's just because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, I mean, it's just a simple one. Wiener circle insults. I mean, come on.
No, I know. That actually was a fun one. Actually, if I wasn't like legally obligated not to reply, I would have had some fun with that one.
So yeah, nobody gets the 0.01 this week. And that donation will roll over to this week's challenge.
So somebody gets $2 for the Monero?
No, they get so Monero's actually been going up recently.
Oh,
it's like $1.70 now or $1.75.
So we're making people rich.
We are.
Oh, there you go.
So we are giving away 0.01, and then whatever's in the donation pot, which currently is 0.02894, blah 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 blah.
Exactly.
And you can see that on the XMR chat website exactly how much is in there. So we can't scam you. You're gonna get it all.
All right.
Whoever wins this week.
So what is the Monero challenge this week? I can't think of one.
We might have to do the secret word because I didn't come up with one either.
I was going back and forth. So it seems like the creative ones are not doing real well.
Yeah.
But that's
people like to get the snipe ones where they answer right away. I'll give a secret word sometime during the show.
Okay.
And then that'll be the giveaway.
Blue.
No,
that's not it. Okay.
No. We can't do it now because we have to make them listen to the whole show.
Oh shit.
And find it. You know what I mean? That's the whole point.
So I've been, I've kind of touched on this for a couple times during the show where Congress members have to compromise their principles so the deep state can control them.
Okay.
And I still believe that, but it's not all Congress members. It's only ones that really get the high profile ones.
Yeah.
So at this point,
you gotta turn your phone off. We've been getting complaints.
About my phone?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I work for a living, people. Sorry. So I really want to get you elected.
Yeah.
And if I could get some help, we really need to get him elected because this would be my dream. He would hire me as his aide, and him and I would be sitting in a room, and the deep state would walk in and be like, Dave, we have you doing this, we have you doing this, and we have you doing this. Vote our way or we're going to expose you. And then Dave would go, the fuck? I'm an anarchist libertarian.
Yeah, what are you going to expose me?
I'll expose that right now. Let's go. Let's do a press conference.
By the way, I'm recording this conversation and it's going live.
And I don't answer questions. So no, I just thought it'd be kind of cool to watch them oh shit, we can't control him.
Yeah.
And then see what happens next.
I think they already know that going in. They know it right now.
Oh, they do a background check.
Yeah, they went to my Ballotpedia and they saw we better not let this guy win.
And they're like, should we let him win? And they see the podcast nope, don't let him win.
Yeah.
So what else is going on in this world today?
Well, we got some interesting stuff, I guess.
Go ahead and start.
Brazil decided to ban Twitter, X.
Oh, that's going to hurt their stock.
Well, not really. Well, they don't have stock.
That's my point.
It's a private company.
That's true. It's a private company.
Yeah, this is really fucked up. So, they were. How does it go? It's they were saying in X, if you want to have a presence here, you got to have legal representatives. But also, we're going to arrest your legal representatives. And Elon Musk was like, well, then I'm not going to do that. Right? I'm not going to hire somebody specifically so that you can arrest them, that's retarded. And who's going to take that job?
Yeah.
So then their Supreme Court judge is like, well, then we have to shut your business down in Brazil. And Elon Musk is like, I don't give a fuck. Like, good luck. So now they made it illegal, and I don't know who cut the switch because I was on our VPN.
Yeah.
And I switched it to Brazil. And Twitter did go dark. So somebody's cut that switch. But like now people are VPNing, and the same Supreme Court judge in Brazil is like, oh, VPNs are illegal now too. We're gonna fine you 50,000 Brazilian reals.
Come and get me, bitch.
Which is about $9,000 in US dollars. And yeah, good luck.
Well, yeah, because that's why I wanted to do that to the UK when they were going after all the people posting, turn our VPNs on, let's go to work, people. Yeah. So let's attack Brazil now. VPN them to death. And make fun of people, make false accusations.
Yep, just do what you gotta do.
Well, yeah, because did you hear what's going on now? All right, so I was going to segue into this later on in the show, but let's just do this shit right now. If we elect Harris and Mickey Mouse hands, they're going to ban free speech, people. She's already said it. She said it. She said it in interviews that she's going to go after social media first.
Right.
And she's going to prosecute any owner of a social media that allows hate speech, which I still don't know what the fuck that is, and misinformation. We really, oh God, I guess we have to elect Trump. I mean, we're libertarians here, so it's a little bit tough for us to say this. Not that we don't like Trump, or at least not that I don't like him. He's just not my party.
I think he's hilarious as a person.
He makes me laugh.
Yeah, but
but that's been my saying for a long time. If I have to pay taxes, I want to see a show.
Yeah.
So Trump gave me a show. So I was actually kind of happy with that because in our reality, the federal government should not infringe upon our rights at all. There's no reason for those to pass laws to stop me from doing what I want to do.
Right.
But yet Harris, she's already talking about banning free speech. She's going to come after our guns, whether that's successful or not. I don't know. We'll see how tough we are when they come knocking on our door.
Well, she's going to win.
Dude, if she wins, they got to post. Like I said last week, they got to post a number like 95 million.
They will.
Oh dear God.
They will absolutely.
And we're going to accept that.
Yes.
We're going to be like, oh, apparently 95 million people like her.
I mean, like I get discussions all the time. Like I told you guys before, I'm a poker player. I hang out at casinos a lot here in Vegas, and the people get into discussions around the table, and there's a lot of Democrat people, left-leaning people, and like. They're just oblivious to all that, or they don't care. Like, they agree that hate speech is bad, and they agree that we need more money for government and tax the rich, and it's absurd. I got into a discussion one time. This guy was saying, we got to tax the 1%, and I was playing in a relatively high-stakes game. It was 5-10, no limit, which the buy-in's like $1,500 to $3,000 sometimes.
Fair enough.
And I'm like, well, you're playing 5-10. How much money do you make? And he says, well, he was like, I paid $400,000 in tax last year, and it's bullshit that Elon Musk and the 1% don't pay more than that. And I'm like, wait, you made $400,000 or you paid $400,000? No, I paid $400,000 in tax. Motherfucker, you're in the 1%.
Right.
The 1% makes $400,000 per year in income. And he didn't believe me. The guy's like, no, I'm not the 1%. What are you talking about? Like, Elon Musk is the 1%. And I said, go look it up. Go look up what's the 1% of income.
So wait, $400,000 in taxes, and that's basically...
He's making like $5 million.
Let's go low level, that's 20%.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably more if you know what state he lives in. More than likely California, but let's just go keep it simple. So if that's 20%, what? Okay.
He's making millions. And not to his credit, he looked it up, and he said, fuck, I was wrong. I'm in the 1%. So like that usually doesn't happen. But like, I got to give credit to this one guy that admitted he was wrong.
Pay attention, people.
Maybe he went on a journey. This was a couple of years ago. I think it was before COVID, actually. But maybe he went on that journey of discovery and learning. Like, oh shit, I'm wrong about everything. I hope so, but I haven't seen him since. So if I can make one person admit they're wrong about one thing, I've made progress.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you go, well, they can't ban our free speech. It's in the Constitution.
Yeah. Okay.
Really? So is the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Look at how much they banned the Second Amendment.
So is the Fourth Amendment.
Oh yeah, look at how they fucked that up too. So yeah, guys, she, they, them. What the fuck is going on in D.C.? They're going to come after our First Amendment rights. We need to put a stop to this.
Well, I mean, honestly, this is why we talk about the dark web, right? Because it's uncensorable. It doesn't matter what rules they make. They don't even know what country you're residing in when you say things on the dark web.
But the problem is, not enough people on the dark web to affect change.
Well, it's not about change. It's more about protecting yourself.
True.
Right? So, like, if we can get out to our listeners, and, you know, we get 10, 20 listeners, and they get on the dark web, and they spread the message to other people, be like, hey, you know, you live in Brazil, and I can't speak to you anymore on these official channels, so, hey, install I2P. Get on the dark web.
So here we are. We're going to take the Dan Bongino rule. If you're in America, 10 emails a day and 10 people to the voting booth with you. The 10 and 10. We've got to really... I mean, because for her to win, I mean, it's getting very evident that she can't. She is
legal or fairly.
No, it's
she can't win fairly.
Right. So yeah, but she no. I mean, would say she can't win even with cheating because, I mean, it's my speculation that Trump's going to pull in close to 80 million votes.
So what? I don't care.
She's going to pull in 90 to 95 to 100 million votes.
Yes.
And we're going to go. Oh, that seems legit.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, God, this
people
country...
think that Biden is the legit president. He's more popular than Obama.
Oh.
Joe fucking Biden is more popular than Barack Obama.
All right, people in America, wake the fuck up and pay attention. Stop listening to whatever the fuck you're listening to. Because it's wrong. This is gut check time, guys. We really need to make sure that Harris does not win and Mickey Mouse hands stays the fuck out of there. Where does the vice president live at again? Or something mansion or something
I have
somewhere.
No fucking idea.
Fuck him. Put it back in Minnesota. Even Minnesotans don't like him.
But you know what? If you live in a blue state or
well,
you know, vote for Chase Oliver. If you live in a blue state, you know.
Oh fuck that basic.
Hey,
bitch.
look, I'm saying
if you gotta vote, I guess if you have to.
If you're in a state that favors Biden, right? Like, and you can't stomach Trump. Right, this is your protest vote, and like I'm not going to do it. We live in a swing state, and I'm just going to no to the president because like even like I just can't vote for Trump. I can't. I mean, like,
does he hurt your feelings?
Yes, he hurt my. No,
does his mean tweets
I love
you?
his mean tweets. That's like that's the best thing about him.
Well, no, but it's weird because.
But he like the problem is he wants to restrict your rights too. It's just not as much as Kamala Harris.
Baby steps. I mean,
baby steps. I can either.
You got J.D. Vance coming up. He's a hillbilly. He's gonna be like, "Do what the fuck you want," because we don't give a shit.
No, we gotta get rid of all these people.
No, but I will say Harris has spent a lot of time in some blue states, some deep blue states. Really? So is she? Yeah, she is. She's on the East Coast. Well, maybe the poll numbers aren't actually in her favor, or maybe they know they're going to lose the presidential election, so she's going there to go after to secure the House and Congress, or secure Congress.
Yeah, I saw someone was talking the other day that the Democrats are favored to take over the House, regardless of what happens to the presidency.
Yeah, but they're also favored to take over the Senate, though. This is like the last. I think I mentioned this last week. This is the last chance they have in the next like 3 or 4 election cycles to actually have a chance to take over the Senate.
Huh.
But then again, I mean, I still say New York's going to Trump. I still say that.
There's no way. Come on.
Oh my God!
New York,
he went to fucking Brooklyn and threw it out.
New York.
No,
that's just delusional. Sorry.
I mean, seriously. Okay, you got the immigrants in New York screwing shit up. You got the high cost of living.
Yeah, but they just don't. One, they don't care. Two, they have a cheating regime. I mean, we're talking about the fucking. What was the Democratic machine back in the day in the 1800s?
The Daily machine in Chicago.
No, that's the Chicago machine. These guys in New York, they invented this fucking thing.
Oh, they started this.
God, what's the guy's name? Fuck.
I don't give a shit about New York.
God damn it.
So
look it up.
But again, I will say the only reason the Republicans own the House right now is because of New York, California, Oregon.
Tammany Hall. That wasn't
okay. 3 deep blue states gave the House to the Republicans.
Okay, but those are not like the city. Those are the rural counties that would always vote.
But they were safe Democrat seats that they lost.
I don't buy it. I'm just not
buying it. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens in November.
It may be.
Oh dear God! If the Civil War doesn't start the day after the elections, I don't know what the fuck's going to start a civil war in this country.
Well, Trump. I mean, Trump might be going to jail. Like, I know you don't believe it.
He's not going.
But he might be going to jail.
Dude, look at my X. So I posted on X
Yeah, I did see that. Like, someone filed a lawsuit.
People are already starting to file lawsuits.
Yeah,
He has no right
shit.
to do this. And okay, so let's get into that. So Trump could be going to jail, and what is today's date? I don't even know.
This is the 5th.
So in 13 days, Trump could have to report to jail.
Right.
So if that was the case, we already know the media is interlocked with the Democrat Party.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the media be interviewing people from Rikers Island, like the retired guards or current guards or past prisoners? Oh, what's Trump's life going to be like there? What's going to happen? No, they're not doing that shit because it's not going to fucking happen. Dude. The worst that's going to happen is it's going to go away.
No.
He's not going to jail. He's not going to be convicted of felonies. They got what they wanted out of him. It didn't work for him.
So deluded. Actually, now I think it actually depends on what happens at the debate, because the debate is first.
Right.
Oh, and by the way,
that doesn't mean
Canary in the Cage debate watch party at the Goat on Sahara. We're going to be there. We're not going to be doing the show because we fucked it up royally last time.
Because we have no clue how to travel.
But we will be there hanging out, and you guys should come along and watch the debate with us.
Come and hang out with me and make fun of Dave. It'll be fun.
But yeah, so like if Kamala does well in the debate...
Wait, what?
And
how'd you say that?
If Kamala does well in the debate...
Wait, if Kamala... I don't think I can say that.
Then they might... then they might let Trump go on the conviction.
No.
But if he destroys her, he's going to jail.
Dude, they already know she's not going to win.
You're not listening. You're not listening to anything I said.
They have a backup plan.
You're behaving like the fucking
like a 5-year-old.
Yes, like the 5-year-old that heard the first part of the sentence and then completely ignored the rest. If she does well,
which she won't,
they'll let Trump off.
No,
like, oh, he's not a threat anymore. But if she gets destroyed, he's going to prison because they're going to say Trump destroyed her. We have to do something.
Right, but putting him in jail would actually secure his nomination. His
no, it wouldn't.
Oh dear God, he gets his mugshot taken.
They would just
50, 60 million off.
They would just say, oh, he can't. He's not qualified. He can't run for president. He can't. Blah blah blah. He can't do this. He can't do that.
Well, but
we're changing the rules.
But that's not law right now.
It will be.
Okay, so they have
watch
to
how fast it's a law.
They can't get it through the House though.
You don't have to be. It doesn't have to be a federal law. States will say, like blue states will say.
Colorado tried it and failed.
No, but after the conviction, then they'll get.
Well, according to you, the conviction's already happened.
Well, no, after the sentencing. After the sentencing.
But what's the? Well, no, but wait, conviction versus sentencing.
Yeah.
Conviction is conviction.
Yeah.
Means you're guilty.
Yeah.
The sentencing just means that.
Right, but I'm saying this depends on the debate performance.
No, it doesn't. No, he's not
going to jail. Depends on the debate.
He's not.
I mean, the whole Biden thing depended on the debate performance.
Well, yeah, we knew that because the guy.
But it's the same thing. They're waiting for the debate to see what happens.
He's Judge Merchan's already getting sued by one person.
That doesn't mean shit.
That's going to spiral into multiple people suing him.
What does that even mean? How do you sue a judge that hasn't done anything yet?
Because he committed crimes during the court case.
Yeah, but you have no standing as a regular American. Trump has to sue him.
No, because I've read the article. Now I got they went after his inconsistencies in the
it doesn't matter.
Court case where they could actually sue for. No, I'm telling you right now.
I don't buy this.
He's going to walk free that day. No ankle monitor. No jail time.
No.
Nothing.
Nope.
Because think about this.
He's too dangerous.
It's the precedence that it sets.
Well, they don't give a fuck.
As soon as you lock up an ex-president,
they don't give a fuck.
That means every ex-president can be locked up. Yes, it does. That's a precedent.
Dude, but they're not going to do that.
Oh, they're going to.
That's like saying, oh, Stalin locked up so and so, therefore we could lock up Stalin. But nobody locked up Stalin.
Oh, but wait, Stalin was from what? Alabama? Virginia?
The USSR.
Oh, wait, the USSR.
Yes.
So not the USA.
No.
Oh, so the precedent that was set in court was.
It doesn't matter.
It was. I'm confused. There's too many U.S.
Yes, you're confused. You think that we're not a socialist dictatorship, but we are. We've already lost. That's what you don't seem to get yet.
All right. Well,
you're just like, oh yeah, we just got to vote harder and get Trump in office, and then even if Trump has 4 years, then everything will be okay from then on. No, like you don't get it. We've already lost.
Not that naive yet. I wish that was the case.
We lost decades ago.
I don't want to hear that. Which is probably true. Even Trump, I don't know. I mean, because if Trump was to get in, there's a little time bomb set up to.
Of course. What's he going to do? He's going to slowly but temporarily stave off disaster for 4 years. Who gives a fuck?
Oh.
We're not going to fix this thing.
We got to fix it.
No, we're not going to fix it. It's not fixable.
So we're done as a country.
Yes, that's why we have this podcast. That's why we're teaching people to take control of their own lives and their own communities.
Speaking of that, yep, lights on the Canary. Canary's still dead. See? It's right there. Can't help it. Oh, dear God. No, I actually have a little bit of faith. Here's the problem. Because I think Trump freaked people out back in 2016 when he won.
Yeah.
And I think he freaked out the entire world.
Yeah.
Look what Ireland's doing, the UK's doing. They're all going after free speech.
Right.
They're banning this shit. And because he opened up a channel of people to speak freely, he started social. What is
True
his
Social?
True Social? Rumble popped up during his administration. Rumble to me is having a huge effect on this country right now.
Rumble's actually running into problems similar to X, where like countries are saying, you got to shut down because
they're banning free speech.
Right. But so here's the problem: anytime you have a centrally controlled system, that can be attacked. Right now. If you're on the dark web where it's all decentralized, there's nobody to go after.
So Rumble, get on the dark web.
Right. Well, not just get on the dark web, but decentralize. Stop having all your servers in one spot, owned by one guy. And I've seen the CEO of Rumble post.
Yeah.
And he seems like a decent guy.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be around forever.
Right.
Someone is going to take over after you.
Your kids are going to sell out.
And whether it's your kids or whoever you give, or the board of directors elects, they're going to cave in eventually. Right? You have to decentralize so that nobody can control it.
We'll see how that happens. No, but I mean, Rumble is technically the bastion of free speech right now. YouTube is not it. How the fuck are we on YouTube still right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. YouTube.
We're just too small.
This is me. I'm Ron Morgan. Kick us the fuck off of YouTube. I'm embarrassed that we're still on YouTube.
Well, I always put Odyssey as our first link because Odyssey is actually decentralized.
It doesn't matter. You Google us and you YouTube us.
Yeah, well,
all of our episodes show up. What the fuck is wrong with you? Kick us the fuck off. I'm tired of being on you. I don't want to leave voluntarily. I want you to kick us off. Jesus.
But the point is that Odyssey actually
vaccine kills people. COVID was fake.
Oh my God.
It's a Chinese virus. YouTube, you're retarded.
Would you shut up? Odyssey does operate on a decentralized model.
Oh,
so Rumble needs to do that.
Okay.
That's the point I'm making.
I don't care. I know YouTube's like, yeah, dude, you got 3 listeners. We don't care about you.
We're up to 25 now on YouTube.
I know. I saw that today. I actually went back
and we get some comments too. I've been replying to our comments.
Oh God, how horrible are they?
No, they're pretty supportive.
Okay. Well, no, because on the Letterboxd, they can't turn one off on. If you're a podcast and you're on YouTube, you're obviously not pushing the envelope. That's not exactly what he said. I'm like, fuck you.
Right.
Yes, we are.
Yes, well, so the thing is, what YouTube really does is they demonetize you to punish you. But we're not earning anything anyway, so
except for Putin. Putin gave us $15?
Oh yeah, no, I think it's $5 or $6.
$5 in Monero. Well, $5 in Monero is $15.
Yeah, but that's not related to YouTube at all.
Right? No, I know.
That's on a separate system.
Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to say. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. But yeah, YouTube, just fucking pull the fucking cord. We're not gonna do it, so we're just gonna fuck with you until you do. Oh, we're not gonna do the first 5 minutes on YouTube to go over to Rumble. No, fuck you, YouTube. Get the fuck off. Kick us the fuck off. I'm tired of you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, oh, Jesus. Kick us off. I don't even want to be. We thought we would be off the first episode of YouTube.
Yeah.
And yet, well, we're still on there. Google, old little NGO bitch.
I just think they're not paying attention to us.
All right, so let's talk about this. Tim Scott.
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on with that?
I have no idea.
So
I don't even know what happened.
So basically, him and a bunch of other people just got indicted because they were accepting money from.
Oh, that Tim Pool.
Tim Pool. What
you said Tim Scott.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the dude from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't listen to me. I'm inconsistent because YouTube. I'm so irate that YouTube keeps us on. I can't even think straight. So yeah, Tim who now?
Tim Pool.
Tim Pool, not Tim Scott. So Tim Pool, how many? I didn't really look into how many people were indicted with him.
I didn't look at either.
So there were a couple Russians indicted, and then there were a bunch of podcasters indicted. The only one I really cared about was Tim Pool, because he's cool.
I'm not a fan, to be honest.
Oh, you're not a fan of him? I thought he's a libertarian.
So,
I know. I dug him on. I don't really watch his podcast.
Did I tell you I grew up like 2 blocks from him?
He's from Chicago, or
yeah, he's from Chicago.
Really?
Yeah.
What part?
Like, literally, like where I lived, 2 blocks from me, by Midway Airport. He grew up on 48th, and like Leamington, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
I grew up on 47th and Laverne.
Oh shit.
He's like 3 years younger than me. I never met the kid. I walked past his house a million fucking times. Never met him.
So he did his whole life there. Really? I never knew that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like when he, I don't know when he left, but yeah, that's where he went.
Well, he's going to jail now for Russian interference.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, so apparently, I read his tweet, and he was talking about like he gets paid by some company,
yeah,
like sponsorships, and like they don't tell him what to say or anything, as far as I know.
Okay.
Maybe he's lying. I don't know.
Maybe play this video, say this.
Well, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
But if you're talking about like Raid Shadow Legends, like Raid, they give you the script and then you shill their fucking stupid video game. But like, what was Tim Pool saying that was political that they told him to say? Like, I don't.
Well, okay, so let's break this down. I mean, I'm sure we don't know how many listeners he has, but it's probably what, 1,000, 1,500,
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so
he's only slightly ahead of us.
But we are ahead of Don Lemon.
Yes.
Or Lemon.
Yeah.
We're ahead of him. Tim Pool's ahead of us. Cool. Mad respect to you, Tim. But the reality is, it's just like, oh, I'm getting paid $100,000 an episode.
Yeah.
And I have 1,000 listeners. It's no different than me walking into a bar, sitting down, and a hot 21-year-old come up and sitting and talking to me. Guess what? Something ain't right.
No, but he has like a million subscribers or more. Like, he's not 1,000.
No actual active listeners.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's because again, maybe I'm right. I don't know how this shit works. It's a box that shows my picture on there.
If someone waves a big check in front of your face, like, do you ask a lot of questions?
Well, I mean, we were kind of sort of in a similar situation. Not that we were having checks waved in front of us, but we were told that if we wanted to be on the Libertarian Party's website,
right,
that we may have to say certain things.
Or not say certain things.
Sure, which is a violation of what amendment is the fifth, the fourth, the third, the eighth, the first.
No, it's none of them.
No, bullshit.
Read the words of the First Amendment. It says Congress shall make no law.
Oh, fuck them.
It doesn't say the Libertarian Party shall not enter any contracts.
See, I read it differently than you.
Well, you didn't read the words.
The reality is, it's still banning free speech.
It's not, because you're entering a contract for money. They're paying you money.
Well, first of all, there was no money involved because the Libertarian Party's broke as shit.
Well, yeah.
But they would just say, well, if I don't like what you say, I may have to ban. We're libertarians.
No, they're not banning us. They would say, we're not putting you on our website.
Okay, we're libertarians.
Okay. Nobody has to put you on their website.
Some of us don't pay our taxes. Some of us don't think stoplights are legal.
I don't know who that... Well,
there are libertarians.
I don't think they should be legal.
Okay, stoplights are government controlled. They're government mandated. They're telling us what to do. And we're just like, we're going to tell fart jokes and be stupid. And we're not going to be on the libertarian way. Tucker Carlson put it the best. At the Libertarian Convention, you can see a guy in a nice 3-piece suit, or you can see a guy wearing a potato sack.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And no, but is he wrong?
He's yes. Going forward, he's wrong. We're kicking these people out.
Oh, the potato sack wearers.
Yes.
They're probably the heavily armed people in our party.
No, they're not. They weren't even there this go around. Well, there was that one start time.
So it's funny that that's a joke. And you're like, well, the potato sack people weren't there this year.
Yeah.
Were they there last time?
Yes.
Seriously, yes. Potato sack wearing people.
It's on video.
Did they have ropes as a belt?
The guy fucking stripped it off and went on stage. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that shit.
Dude, like, I posted this on our Twitter.
I don't care. We had a potato sack wearing dude. That's awesome.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
Because he went up on stage.
He doesn't conform to what you think is. So you think this is okay to wear?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So this is better than potato
I'm not
sack.
exposing my parts. Well,
Potato
that you
sack
guys
doesn't
can see.
expose your parts.
He took it off.
Oh, he went butt naked. Oh,
Yes.
the fat guy that went naked.
Yes, that's the guy.
I'm sorry. A fat guy naked is funny. You're never going to get me to go, a fat guy naked is
These people,
disgusting. This needs to stop.
These are the people that
fat
got
guys.
Chase Oliver
We all need
elected.
to get naked and just run around the country.
These are the people that got Chase Oliver in there. So what are you talking about?
the potato sack wearing people.
Yes.
Because I don't think so.
Free love and free bodies and free this. Like, that's those people.
I don't know. So they're like, I wear a potato sack. Be vaccinated and boosted.
Yes.
I wear a potato sack, and I'm okay with this.
Yes.
I
You
don't
know what
know
you're talking about.
Sure. Okay. I wasn't there. Don't know. Don't care. But I just like the fact that libertarians wear potato sacks, and we're okay with that.
Not anymore.
You're not. I am.
Kick them all out.
Nope. Oh, what else do I have here? Banning free speech has been to. Oh, I guess another white guy did endorse Harris, but I guess we kind of talked about that already. I mean, Putin is a white guy, right?
So I guess.
He endorsed Harris.
I saw him make a joke about that.
Well, I mean, he endorsed her. I mean,
He's like,
it was a woman's voice, which I find that to be weird, where a world leader who's supposed to be a really tough, strong male has a woman translating for him. not that there's a problem with women translating. I don't want to take that.
Well, no, was that them doing the translation, or was it somebody on our media doing the translation?
Oh, no, that would be funny.
Yeah.
Because we're just like, put it. Well, no, I would think we would do like a really squeaky, like Fred Drescher voice. He says he endorses. No, it was actually a legitimate woman speaking normally and nice flow, not like highs and lows.
Well, they're seeing where they can go with it. You test the waters a little bit and then go a little bit further.
So, oh shit, we got breaking news.
Uh-oh, what's that?
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Huh? So say that again, like in English.
Travis Kelce,
Uh-huh.
football player for the Kansas City
I don't follow
Chiefs.
I don't follow that. but
And
okay.
Taylor Swift.
Okay.
They're breaking up. Under contract.
What?
Yeah. I wanted to fuck with you on this one. So apparently they had a contract. It's been leaked to the media now that they were going to date until September 28th.
What?
And they were going to have a public breakup.
What?
I
What the fuck?
I don't know. This makes no sense to me whatsoever.
What's the purpose?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping you would have some insight on this.
I don't follow this shit.
So Travis Kelce plays for the Kansas City, and early on in the football, she would show up and watch his games because it was her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, more actresses or more like loudmouth, like people that annoy me with squeaky voices, would show up, and devil worshippers too. Sue me. I don't have much, because you are. They would show up and they would just seriously, like one girl was sitting next to Taylor Swift giving like hand signals to like devil worshippers. What? No, have you not heard about this?
No, I don't follow this.
Okay, my opinion, I could be wrong, but Taylor Swift, Beyonce, they all do like devil worship. Rihanna. I'm drawing names out. I really don't know who they are. But why would they have a contract with a football player to date and then to break up at a certain?
I have no idea.
It's weird though.
Well, yeah, that's something people do.
I guess that was funny. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" But it came out. I think yesterday it came out that they have a contract to date until September 28th, and they have to break up after that.
Well, now because the contract leaked, what happens to the dating? They still have to stay together, or what?
My advice is, Travis, get the fuck. She has no ass. She's like literally like a 12-year-old. I mean, shoulders, back, lower back, butt, legs. There's nothing there. Nothing. And then go to the front, and there's still nothing there.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
If you showed me a picture and said, "Who is this?" I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know what Taylor Swift?
No.
You're not a Swiftie at all?
No.
Really? I pay, like, I'm like so disconnected from music, so disconnected from the media, and I don't like the NFL, but yet somehow, some reason, I know what Taylor Swift looks like.
I have no idea. Like, she's very generic looking.
Yeah, right, but look, there's nothing there.
Well, yeah, okay, so what?
She has no. I mean,
just don't care.
she's like a 12-year-old boy.
I don't listen to songs that came out after like 1991 or so.
Yeah, it's probably
so. Like,
good.
I don't give a fuck. Like, this is all stupid to me.
Yeah,
she doesn't write the songs. She doesn't sing the songs.
She does write the songs.
She does write her own songs.
Well, she does. The only reason I know this is because of Family Guy.
You're a Swiftie.
No, I'm a Swiftie. Yay, Taylor Swift! No, because of Family Guy. She writes. Yeah, they had a character like Taylor Swift on Family Guy.
Yeah.
And she dated Chris. And apparently,
that makes sense.
She dates guys and then writes horrible breakup songs about them. So, hey, Taylor Swift, if Travis isn't good enough for you, I'm here for you.
What?
Date me for a week.
Maybe that's why
my wife will agree if she helps write the song.
Maybe that's why they had a contract, so that she can write another song. Because she's low on material.
So write a song. I got so much songwriting material right here. Just come and date me for a week, no sex, because I'm married. But just to hang out with me, my wife will help you write the song.
I bet you her next hit rhymes something with the word Super Bowl.
Well, okay, so here's the weird thing. Didn't the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And she was there at all the games?
Yeah.
See, I go back to, I think the NFL manipulates who wins the Super Bowl.
Well,
they are an entertainment group. They are legally
I
an
don't think they
entertainment.
have full control, but they have some influence.
Oh, no. I think they have full control of the refs.
Yeah, the refs.
Right.
But the players are going to do what the players do.
But they can call, like the one play that made me, oh, God. All right, so there was a play. It's probably like 7 or 8 years ago. New Orleans were playing, and it was the game decided who goes to the Super Bowl. The call was so fucking bad. Everyone is like, what the fuck was that? and then I started looking into it, and there's literally a couple books written about how they can cheat legally,
right?
Because they're an entertainment group like the WWE.
Right, but if one team is just dominating the fuck out of the other team, like there's not a whole lot they can do. You know what I mean? So like if the game is close. Then they can start.
If you start early enough, you can change the flow of a game.
I mean,
no, you can take the air out of the
but
stadium.
at some point it gets too obvious. They can't go.
Dude, the New Orleans. I wish I would.
But that's like one game.
It was so bad. Everyone was just like, "What the hell just happened?" And the New Orleans Saints could not go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Literally, if that call wasn't made, the Saints would have been in the Super Bowl. It was like he stepped out of bounds. And even like the cameramen are like, no, he didn't. And the ref's like, no, he did. Like, no, he didn't. And I tried calling, but I don't know who to call. But I just start calling random numbers. Hopefully I would get the ref.
Well, don't they have like the challenge rule? Or was that before they?
That might have been before the challenge, or maybe it was a challenge and the refs just go, well, fuck off. We're the refs and we're an entertainment
group. But the challenge rule doesn't go to the refs. The challenge rule like goes to the actual cameras and all that shit. And like there's a like a booth
but yet there might be more than one person in on this conspiracy.
I mean, like again,
conspiracies happen. There's more than one person. Like the conspiracy to destroy this country is more than one person. It's Harris. It's Mickey Mouse hands.
Oh, they're not in on it. They're the fucking useful idiots. They're not in on it at all.
I'm not arguing that point. They are the useful idiots.
You don't know the names of the people who are doing the conspiracy. You don't know their names.
Obama.
No, he's not in that either. He's not.
Michael.
No, I'm sorry.
Michelle's a dick.
Oh, that might be true, but that doesn't mean they're
I do not believe that. I don't want to be killed. Hillary Clinton. Oh, I don't think. Would the Clintons kill me for saying Michelle's got a dick?
No.
But yet, Obama's would kill me, but I'd end up naked in a pond.
I mean, that's...
that's how they kill people, apparently. I mean, I could punch him in the eye and give him a black eye, but I'm going to end up dead naked in the pond.
Everybody's got to have their own special way of killing.
Right. I mean, everyone's got their signature.
Yeah.
The Clintons just shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
Whether, and then...
That's a suicide.
Well, no, or...
In the back of the head is a suicide.
Well, no, they did that Seth dude that was... The Seth dude was like literally like marching to the Hoover building. Oh, I'm going to stop for a Coke. Goes into a store with like evidence full of the Clintons with saying they're bad, and it was killed execution style.
Yeah.
Put on his knees, shot in the back of the head, and it was a robbery in the store. But yet nothing was. Oh no, there was some Doritos taken from the store.
Doritos.
But
it was Kamala. It was Kamala Harris.
Mickey Mouse hands.
Oh, he's Tim Walz. Guys, look into Tim Walz. He's the Seth Rich guy.
It's our opinion. We could be wrong. Please don't sue us.
He likes Doritos.
He does.
That's all the evidence you need.
That's what I say.
That's what they convict most murderers on. Oh, he had a bag of Doritos.
Oh. Or he had like cheesy hands too.
Well, juries are fucking stupid.
Yeah, eyewitness accounts are not quite reliable, which actually brings up an interesting question to you. Did you go to X?
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually a long interview. So, the kid that shot up that school yesterday, which I'm not commenting on it right now because it's too soon. There's a lot more information that needs to come out, but the neighbor.
It won't.
See, that's the problem. The neighbor across the street. Now, mind you, you're in Appalachia. And by the way, that's how you pronounce it. Anybody who says it any different is wrong. It's Apple. I'm throwing an Appalachia. That's how it's pronounced. No, anybody who says it wrong is not correct. And they don't know about Appalachia. So, this lady is like, no, you really have to watch this. But not now, but I mean, watch it later on. She's like, wow, I saw him at the sitting outside their house getting on the bus, but I haven't seen him. I didn't know there was a teenage boy living there. He's never been at the bus stop before. Okay. And yet the FBI had contacted him a year ago. But yet the neighbor never saw this kid. Now, is she mistaken?
Now, how old is she?
I don't know, 40, 50-year-old Appalachian woman.
Yeah.
Trust me, 40, 50-year-old Appalachian woman, they know what's going on in their neighborhood.
How many teeth is she missing?
Oh, don't be doing this hillbilly shit. She had all her teeth, and she...
All her teeth, or just a full mouth of teeth?
She may have some of her husband's teeth in her pocket, waiting to go to the dentist to put them back in. But, no, she claims that she didn't know a teenage boy was living there.
Huh, okay.
Don't know.
Well, okay, I gotta interrupt you real quick. The secret word is apiary.
What the fuck is apiary?
We went over this last week. It's a beehive.
I'm a beekeeper. I like beekeeper. I didn't know that. Okay.
All right, so cool. Come into the Matrix chat. Type the word apiary. You get the Monero.
Okay.
First one.
So that's fine. No, but the fact that an Appalachian woman didn't know a kid was living across the street.
Yeah, those people are like tight-knit.
They know their shit, man. They know their neighborhood.
I wouldn't know the fuck who's living across from me.
Right. I mean, I
I'm in the city.
I can walk out my door and go, well, there's 10 kids standing there getting on a bus. I know 10 kids from my neighborhood.
Right.
Whatever. But in there, they know. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, there is some weird. And then there's the whole thing where we heard multiple gunshots, but echoing and concrete buildings. And
I didn't follow.
I'm not getting.
Shit, so I don't know.
No, I get suspicious when there is a school shooting near an election. Ironically, they tend to happen all the time near elections.
I don't know about that. I would like to see data on that.
Well, how about this? How about 7 or 8 of the last mass shooters had contact with the FBI prior to the shooting?
Well, define contact. What is contact?
Interviews. Now, does the interview allow them to take your guns? Absolutely not. I do not believe in red flag laws. But apparently he had made threats about school shootings like a couple years ago. And they went to investigate.
Okay.
And then apparently he disappeared. If I take the neighbor at her word, he disappeared for a couple years and came back. And the same day he came back, he shut up a school. Again, I don't want to be accused of being like a conspiracy theorist, even though there's a great meme out right now that says, if you don't know conspiracy theorists, you might want to friend one so he can explain to you what the fuck's going on now. Because it's fucking crazy out there. And so we'll see. Let's see what news trickles out, if any.
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, I mean...
they caught him alive, right?
Yes, he's going to court tomorrow. He'll be in court tomorrow. His extended family is like, this did not happen. He did not do this. Again, it's...
Did they not catch him in the act, or... I
believe there's photos of him carrying a weapon.
Okay.
So I don't doubt he was part of it.
Okay.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't follow any of it at all. So.
Yeah, when there's a shooting this close to the election, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's see. But I mean, the Vegas shooter had contact with the FBI before he shot shit up.
Well, yeah, of course. He was an arms dealer, a secret arms dealer. He was a professional gambler. Yeah. Okay. You can't make money gambling. How do you think they pay for all these fucking casinos? Because gamblers lose. Can't be a professional fucking gambler.
True. So let's see where this plays out to. I'm just very curious. And then let's. I'm gonna throw something else that I'm curious about. Secret Service whistleblower. I'm not gonna make any statements right now. I'm just getting it out there because it's coming. Information's coming.
Interesting.
J.D. Vance has had a detail of, I believe, 17 agents on him, and 4 of them were Secret Service. The rest were Homeland Security.
Huh. Okay.
Homeland Security is not trained to protect an individual.
Yeah.
They are trained to investigate crimes, see who's legal, see who's not, and apparently they don't know how to do their job because there's a bunch of fucking illegals in this country taking over buildings throughout the country, and Homeland Security is like, what? Oh, I don't see a problem with that.
I actually saw something where somebody said that the landlord of that building faked it all. I couldn't verify it.
No, verify that. Cite that source, and I'll look into it.
I mean, it was just on X. As I was scrolling through.
It's more than one building in Aurora, and there's 7 other cities, including Chicago. They're taking one over it. So I'm kind of like, hold my breath and see what happens.
There's the one with the video that we all saw, and like someone was saying that the landlord was in a dispute with a bunch of tenants, and like he faked this to drum up whatever.
So yeah, there is some
I don't know
speculation that the building was being taken over by the city because it was in violation of a bunch of building codes.
Yeah,
and then but regardless, they have no right to go and do what they did. I don't believe that to be the case either because I believe it's multiple buildings in Aurora. And then multiple buildings throughout the cities of this country. Okay. So we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I'm just waiting for them to knock on my door.
What am I going to do? CNN doesn't...
Venezuelan gangs, knock on my door, please.
Come on, guys. I'm ready for you, too. The dog gets you first, I get you second. And the corner cleans up the mess.
I won't call the cops, I promise. I promise I won't call the cops.
Well, no, they got to hold the bodies away.
I'll call cops afterwards.
Are you going to dig the hole?
I said we should have a shovel. Remember?
I know, but like
you got to listen to our episodes.
Yeah, but you got to like put them in your trunk. You got to drive them to the desert. Yeah. You got to dig the hole.
It's a good exercise.
Yeah, but if it's legal, fucking call the coroner. Or throw them like meat in a barrel. Did I ever tell you? So did I ever tell you this story? So when the barrels of dead people started popping up, I was gonna write a joke about dead people like meat. Yeah, obviously it was topical. So I spent probably a couple days trying to find out if a skeleton is buoyant.
It's not.
I'd say, how do you know that right off the bat?
Bone is denser than concrete.
Yeah, but bone has air and bone marrow inside.
The density is what matters.
Yeah, but the bone marrow inside will create air pockets. The bone itself is, but bone marrow. No, seriously, bone marrow is not. It's not a solid thing.
Right.
So there's got to be air pockets in there.
No.
Why not?
Because it's just bone marrow. It's filled with the bone marrow.
Oh, whatever. I spent a lot more time than I guess apparently I should have.
Bones sink. Bones absolutely sink.
I was so hoping they would float.
No, they don't float.
No.
The rest of you is what floats.
Could you imagine Lake Mead is like here, and then here, and then here, and skull, and then here, and then we just got skull heads floating all over Lake Mead. It didn't happen.
Well, if you stand them up properly, like with cement shoes,
that's actually what I was doing with cement shoes. Yeah. But apparently, if they don't float, they just drop to the bottom.
Yeah, they'll drop it, because the meat will get eaten off by fish and everything. And
so I was really hoping that because again, being from Chicago, cement shoes.
Yeah, we got lots of those in the river.
Yeah. So I was really hoping the skeleton would float with cement shoes, and then the skulls.
Well, I think eventually, like the tendons and the things holding the skeleton together will also wither away, and then it'll just float.
Yeah, in water. I mean, when the water gets to the body, it breaks everything apart. So comes all down to the bones. And apparently, I should have just asked Dave and said spending hours and hours searching for do skeletons float. Oh,
you always learn stuff here on the Canary in the Cage.
Yeah, we may not make you laugh, but you might learn something. Who knows? Secret Service we got Secret Service whistleblowers coming out, but kind of talked about that already. I think I've hit all the high points. Okay. And we are 49 minutes in.
All right.
So you do your thing, I'll do my thing. We might be out an hour 15.
Won't be too long. So on episode 7, we talked about single board PCs, and I recommended the late potato. So today I'm going to talk about kind of the next step forward from that. So let's say you have some services you want to run, and you're finding out that your Raspberry Pi or your late potato, it's just not cutting it, right? It's 2 gigs of RAM to 4 gigs of RAM, and your service maybe needs 8 gigs of RAM, or you need some more CPU power. So I'm going to talk about Beelink, and that's where I decided for the word apiary, by the way.
Okay.
So Beelink is a maker of PCs. They're about 3 times the size of the single board PCs, so about yay big.
Okay.
And they're, I guess you could call them mini-PCs.
Okay.
And they're more powerful than the single board PCs.
Oh.
And they run from about $200 to about $1,000.
Okay.
Depending on what kind of stuff you want in there.
Fair enough.
The low end ones have the N95 or N100 Intel processors, which is kind of like your super budget option. It'll do most of the work that you want to get done.
Okay.
But if you want the high end CPUs like the i9 or the like older like kind of stuff, I think they do AMDs as well. That's like the high end $1,000 ones, and you can actually use these as a replacement for your desktop. So like a traditional desktop PC is fucking massive, and really the biggest difference you're going to see in there is the video card. Okay. So you can't really do your gaming or like AI rendering pictures and shit like that. But Granny can do her emails. You can do all your regular PC work on these little Beelinks, and for like $400, $500, that's a fucking deal, right? And another benefit compared to the single board PCs, it comes with their own case and power cables. It comes with onboard Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. All that shit's included in there for you. I think it had like 6 USB ports. I forgot to count.
Shit.
I didn't bring mine with me because I only have one.
More my Mac has.
Yeah. And like the huge benefit with these things, similar to the single boards, is the power usage. Like it's going to run from like 25 to 100 watts. Which if you have a PC, that fucker's putting out like 200 to 500, maybe 800 watts if you're mining Monero or
10,000 watts.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
So you're going to save a lot of money on your power bills. So the ideal applications for these things, like if you're like I said, if you have a regular user that doesn't want a huge desktop or a laptop, right? Get them one of these things, put it under the desk somewhere. We're actually trying to get merchants here in Vegas onboarded with Monero POS systems for their, like a menu.
Who's doing that? I mean,
we're me and some other crypto guys.
Okay, so you guys are working. Okay, good.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we're going to use Beelinks for their systems. Right? You tuck it under the cashier box and just let it run and handle your Monero transactions and all that stuff.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So like if you want to run a more complicated website or service, so for example, our Matrix server, the single board PC just wasn't cutting it. So I had to put it on a higher end machine. I actually put it on a laptop, like a $300 laptop from Costco. But a Beelink will be ideal for this. If you want to run like a GitLab server, which is a code server, because those are complicated because it's doing diffs of code, which is pretty CPU intense and it takes a lot of RAM. If you're doing anything that processes large files a lot, like something that deals with your NAS, or for example, like we're sharing all of our episodes on the dark web via BitTorrent. So that might be something that's better for a Beelink as opposed to a single board. Because like, all the episodes are going back and forth among people on torrent. Something that uses a lot of cryptography, whether that's your Matrix server or a Simple X server, or you can do your Monero mining. So because these things have such low power usage, their Monero mined per watt is probably the best you're going to get anywhere.
Oh, because you got to calculate the electricity used.
Yes.
Interesting.
So, like, you can get a big beefy tower, but you're probably going to lose on power costs over the long run, unless you live in a very power-friendly location like Iceland or something. But these things, you might actually be able to profit. And, like, they're so cheap that you can just stack a bunch of them up, right? So you can buy, like, the $200 model, a bunch of them, stack them all up, and mine Monero. And you'll get a pretty decent hash rate for almost no electricity cost.
Oh.
And then you can actually run AI models that aren't image related. So like if you wanted to have your own copy of ChatGPT and like feed it your own models so that it's not giving you the bullshit that Google gives it or whoever the fuck runs these things. You can run your own AI model and then you could ask it questions, and that it's not giving you propaganda. It's giving you unbiased stuff based on the input.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, get yourself some Beelinks. I just ordered 2 more today from Amazon, and I'll find some good uses for them. But yeah.
Awesome. All right, so is that all of your advice?
Yep.
Awesome. I like that. So I'm going to discuss something I probably should have discussed months ago on this. First aid.
Okay.
I think first aid is important. So I kind of made some notes about what's important if you want to be, whether you want to be a prepper or just be a citizen of the country. You should have certain things to be able to protect your family and or strangers if you... bloodborne diseases, airborne diseases, but I mean, the reality is, take a look if you think it's safe. There are proper precautions. You can use the mask, the CPR mask, when you put it over them.
Gloves.
But gloves. Yeah. But I mean, the reality is, and coming from my point of view, this is about prepping and about being safe and being able to protect your family. So which one of your family members have AIDS. He might have AIDS. I don't know.
Not me.
Not asking. Oh, because you don't have sex. You're a virgin. That's right. He's fucking with you. I don't think he is. I'm sure he's got like a dog or a cat or something. I'm just a little funny. Trying to be funny. So it's part of your first aid kit would be you want a triangular a bandage where you can wrap up your arm.
Okay.
If you break it, hurt it, or get shot in it.
Knifed.
You're knifed. Yeah. You want gauze pads so you can kind of clean and treat the wounds. Just because, I mean, you want to be able to clean the area and make sure everything's fine before you at least get the triangular bandage on to get them to the hospital, if the hospitals are still there accepting people. Gloves are a necessity if you don't know the person. If it's your family member, save them. Tweezers in case you get like a little twig in your finger. You gotta pull that little twig out. I've been shot in the arm. I got a little thorn right here. Get that fucking thorn out. There's also another thing in your go bag should be an emergency blanket. Kind of keep things warm. Kind of like protect the person if they're injured because you want to prevent them from going into shock.
Yep.
You want a way to light a fire. That's something that's important. General first aid tips. Prioritize safety. So before you treat someone, you got to make sure you're safe. Because the reality is, if you're not safe and you're treating someone and you get taken out too, you just wasted your time and wasted your life.
Adjust your own mask before adjusting your passengers.
The airlines had it right from the beginning. Assess the situation and the victim. That kind of goes back to like prioritizing your safety, kind of know what's going on, but also you need to realize that in some cases, even if they're family or friends, they may not be worth the time to save. It sucks, but it does happen. And the next one is call for help. Now, call for help is probably the most important thing you got to understand. Do not, under any circumstances, start rendering aid until you call for help. Because if you don't, you're going to tire out and you're going to stop rendering aid. You're not going to be able to render aid forever. So call for help first. Be ready to treat for shock. Be mindful of head and spinal injuries. Basically, a lot of that means is just keep them in line, keep that spine in line until aid gets there. If aid's not available, assess it the best way you can and understand that things may not work out. Attend to burns. And this one I actually just found out. I never even looked into this. It's the golden rules of first aid, which I actually found kind of interesting. Prioritize safety.
Yeah.
Assess the situation.
Okay.
And the victim. Call for help. And then control bleeding. Treat for shock. Be mindful of head and spinal injuries. And attend to burns. It's kind of the same stuff I just went over. But that's kind of the golden rule. I guess I never knew it was in the golden rule. Yeah. But that's what you want to do, and understand that there's another thing called the golden hour, and the golden hour is getting your percentage of survival goes up if you get treatment within the first hour.
Okay, yeah.
So be ready to treat somebody, kind of know what you need to do until help arrives, if help is even available to come. Understand what a knife wound does, understand what the color of blood is, understand the flow of blood.
Well, there's actually like different colors of blood based on what they're suffering from.
What get nicked. Yeah. And also the flow of blood is the same way.
Right.
If you hit an artery, it may come out, you can nick an artery and still survive. If you actually cut an artery, that you may want to go to the next patient under that situation. It's not a pretty thing. But that blood will be squirting out. The other thing is when you're assessing a victim, it's called the ABCs. It's pretty simple: airway, breathing, circulation. The best way to check that is airway. I mean, obviously that's looking in the mouth, making sure that this is clear. Breathing, make sure their chest is kind of going up and down. And circulation, it's as simple as taking your nail and pushing there, and as it turns white, release. And if it turns back to red right away, you've got good circulation. You can count it or whatever, but the reality is, if you can get past 1, you might have a problem, because I never get past 1. So kind of learn the basics of, first aid, learn CPR, because you may come into a situation where 911 may not be there to help.
Right.
I don't want to put that out there yet, because I'm a big conspiracy theorist. But the reality is, the government might not be there to save you, so learn to save yourself and learn to save your family. And help your neighbors too. So that's kind of where I stand with mine.
Okay, just an announcement before we go. The barbecue is in 2 weeks.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to cut off the RSVPs after next week's episode is uploaded.
So when you come to the GOAT to watch the debate, let us know you're coming.
Yeah.
You've got plenty of time.
Or message me on Signal, SimpleX. We have all of our communication channels, our Matrix chat, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, flights might be getting kind of expensive now to fly here during that time, but you might want to book it now.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, enjoy your life. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Yep. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us at the Canary in the Cage podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us to help build the community.
You can find us at Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, or your favorite podcast app, and even on the dark web at I2P.
Thanks for listening, and see you next time.